Hello everyone, my name is Pukar Dhital. I'm an English instructor and today we're covering Grade 5 English. We'll go through the chapter Describing Locations and its reading comprehension. So let's begin the class.
Today, let's start the chapter. This is Unit 3 and it's Describing Locations. So what do you understand by describing the locations, by the way? Have you ever wondered what we're talking about here? What kind of location are we talking about here? And in what manner are we going to describe such locations? Now, we generally refer to having said location. It might mean you're talking about, geographically something as big as a country or a city, or perhaps something as small as a table or chair. You see, all of these things fall under the category locations. So, without further delay, let's start the chapter. Look at here. Remember what I said earlier? Location, it could be something as big as a continent or a country or city or cities or in this case, a small area, a house, a room. But here, we're just talking here about where a certain object or thing can be. Right? In this case, a cat, for example. Now, you see, the question here is, where's the cat? The cat is on the chair. So when something is on top of it, all right, we regard it as the cat is on the chair. See, it's a practice which you can practice it in the classroom. By the way, you can keep different objects in different location and then figure it out where the object is. Again, all right, here in this case the object here is cat. Okay, where is the cat? Now you see, it's under the table. So if anything falls under something, it's under the table. Where's the cat? The cat is in the box. You see? Again, where's the cat? The cat is next to the chair, or the cat is beside the chair. So just keep in mind these images here, and you get to know what and how you're supposed to describe location. Now, moving further, we have a chant here. All right, so let's chant this first of all. Cats sleep. Or you can even clap if you want to. You can cry it out. You can sing it in different tone, different melody. So let's see. Take a couple of minutes time, or perhaps 5 minutes time, and see who can chant best. All right, in a different tone or in different melodies. You can try it out. All right. So take a time. Take 5 minutes, clap, and just first prepare mentally how you're going to sing it. And perhaps then raise your hand to your teacher, and then you can sing it. All right. You can even clap if you want to support your chanting here. So for now, let's chant this poem or a song. Cats sleep anywhere, any table, any chair, top of piano, window ledge, in the middle, on the edge, open drawer, empty shoe, anybody's lap will do. Ta 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 ta. See, you can add music if you want to. Fitted in a cardboard box, in the cupboard with their frocks. Anywhere, they don't care. Cats sleep anywhere. Okay, so you can add music in between if you choose to. If some of you play a keyboard or a guitar, so bring it in. All right, see in what best possible way you can sing this particular song or a poem. All right. Now, if you are to follow the exercises, you see. Now, think of this. Find the words from the poem. Okay, so number 1. Now in the poem which I just read, which musical instrument has it mentioned about? A musical instrument. A musical instrument. Hey, read the poem again. All right, here you go. Let's see. Piano. You see, it mentions about the piano. It's right here. So let's do that. The musical instrument is piano. Number 2, stiff paper for making boxes. So what do you call a stiff paper or a somewhat hard paper to make a box? So such paper mentioned in the poem. Let's check it out. Yes, it does mention it. And there you go, a cardboard box. Okay, so you can write it as cardboard. It's a hard paper. And similarly, it's right in the poem. And I want you to figure it out for number 3. A boundary line or margin of an area. To get the answer, read the poem again. A boundary line or margin of an area. What do you call it? Read the poem, sure you'll get the answer. Okay. Family number 4. A small box fitted to a table. What do you call it? In what way has the poem described this particular thing here? A small box fitted to a table. Okay, so look at that. Number 3. A boundary line or margin of an area. You know what that is? A boundary line or see, it's talking about here. What do you mean by edge? Go figure out the meaning of the dictionary and you'll get to know. Now it says a small box fitted to a table. So it could very well be a cardboard box, alright? It can be fitted to a table. Okay, now let's move further. Now it's just one of the activities here, alright, which a teacher can introduce this activity in the classroom and make the classroom more interactive. It's a very simple game. See, as it reads out, one student is sent out of the class. When he is out, his or her hanky is hidden by the class. So you have to hide the person's hanky. Right? It could be a box as well, by the way. The outside student is called in. Alright, and then the person is called in after his hanky or whatever is hidden somewhere in the classroom, by the way, inside the classroom. And he has to find out his or hanky. And then the task is to find out his hanky. But the thing is, the students whose hanky is hidden, you'll have to ask. See, then you'll have to ask, is it in your bag? Is it at the back of the class? Is it in front of me? Is it on the right, left of me, etc.? So the idea is you're not searching around, but you can choose your friends randomly and ask them questions. Hey, is it in your bag? Or is it in my friend Ram's bag, for example? Or is it at the back of the class? Or have you put it in my bag? It is in the cupboard, if you have a cupboard in the classroom, that is. Is it under your table? So there are so many things you can ask about it. And asking that question, you'll have to get your hanky. Right? So, and of course, the only thing you can do is you cannot hint the person, by the way. You just have to say yes or no. Alright? Yes, it is. Or we can reply as no, it is not. And next time, another student is sent out. Okay? So this is how this game can be played out. So it's more like interactive. You can ask questions, you see. Now, observe this picture carefully. Okay? What do you see in the picture? Wow, just define the picture. Whatever you see in the picture, you define it. Okay? Define it. I mean, whatever you see in the picture, you got to define it. And you can define it in at least 150 words. So yes, you heard me correct. Got to write then. Whatever you see in the picture. In the picture, I see a beautiful clear sky. And on the horizon, I can see hills. And there are a couple of houses. They are 1 story tall. And they look to me a typical village houses. There's a wonderful green meadow and a small garden where a statue of Buddha is placed. It's orange in color. So see, this is how you describe the picture. A girl is watering the plant. We can describe the color of the window, the color of the house. See, this way you can very easily reach 150 words. And after you write that down, you can actually write that in an exercise paper. Alright, and then later on show it to a teacher and paste it in the classroom, see? And your work will look wonderful. Okay? So let's read this story out. The topic is Juma's house. So obviously this girl's name must be Juma. Juma lives on a hillock. She has a small house there. She is the only daughter of her parents. Juma studies in a public primary school. In her spare time, she does the household chores. That apart, she is pretty interested in gardening. Oh, ignore this P here, by the way. In front of her house is a beautiful garden full of flowers of different kinds and colors. She likes white roses very much. In the middle of the garden, there's a bust of Lord Buddha. Juma is a Buddhist and worships Buddha every morning. At the back of the house is a small kitchen garden where she plants various kinds of vegetables. She usually plants cauliflower, peas, beans, and tomatoes. So it's all about the lifestyle or how Juma lives on a hillock, alright? Opposite her house is Kumari's house. They are close friends. Did you notice the house on the background? So that was Kumari's house. Okay, so they are close friends. In the evening, they both go to the ground next to Juma's house. They play games with many other friends. She's mainly interested in running and long jump. Down below her house, in a small plain, is a school. The school is between a river and a bus stop. Every day, she sees many buses running to and fro along the road. It is a bit noisy down there, but her house is in a quiet place. The only noise she could hear is the sweet chirping sounds of the birds and the soft whispering of the gentle air. So this is the passage that just describes Juma's house, what she does. It usually describes the beautiful locations. Okay, now before I begin here, I would like to teach you something new here today, and which I call it vocabulary word. Okay, so what is vocabulary word? Now, what you do here is you really need the help of dictionary to do this work. You need a dictionary at all costs. You have to have a dictionary to do this particular exercise. Okay, so as I've read the passage, there must be words whose meaning you do not understand. So let's say, for example, you do not know the meaning of spare. See, word number 1, spare. So what you do is, this is the format. Observe it closely. So you first write a word is spare, and then you look at its meaning. To do this, you either need a dictionary, or you can even use your mobile phone, by the way. You know, there are so many offline dictionaries that we can get in mobile these days. There are so many applications which will help us. I mean, you know, there's a saying, technology is an ally, our friend, use it. So you can use that too. But still, I encourage dictionary. All right. So you can go for word, meaning. So with the help of a dictionary, figure out the meaning of spare. So here, in the meaning of spare in this particular sentence would be extra. Remember, there's many meanings of spare. It could be homonym. Homonym are words which are pronounced the same, spelled the same, but have different meanings. On the other hand, homophone, we have the words which are pronounced the same, but are spelled differently. For example, bear, let's say B-E-A-R, bear, and B-A-R-E, bear. So this could be homophone, all right? So be careful that the meaning that you write is related to the passage you're reading, or to the sentence you're reading, all right? So once you write this, so you go for part of speech. Part of speech is always given in the dictionary. In this case, it would be adjective. And then you go to sentence from the book. Meaning, you write down how this particular word is used in the sentence. And if you look at the third line in the passage, you will see how this spare is used. And you just copy as it is. In her spare time, meaning extra time, in her spare time, she does the household chores. And finally, you write down your own sentence as my sentence. Now see, here's the trick. Now you know the word, and now you also know its meaning. You also know it's part of speech. Part of speech is always given in the dictionary. Always given. It could be adjective, it could be adverb, it could be noun, it could be verb. Okay? So usually you'll have these 4 here. Adjective, adverb, verb, or noun. And it's always given in the dictionary. So write that down. You know that, okay, all right, it's which part of speech the word belongs to. And finally, you write sentence from the book, meaning copy the sentence where the word spare. In her spare time, she does the household chores. And finally, you have my sentence. Meaning now, write the sentence of your own. What sentence can you make out of the word spare? Let's say you want to write down, for example, I play football in my spare time. There could be so many sentences. This is just the one of the examples I've written here. All right, you can think of some creative and wonderful example and write your own sentence. Now that we've read the passage, let's do the exercises that follow. Okay, so number A, we have read the story which you have just read and match the words with their meanings. Now, remember, we've just done vocabulary word, haven't we? So that would be very, very easy for you to do this exercise. I'm not going to do a single exercise here because you'll have to take help from the dictionary and do it. I'll guide you in the process though, okay? So make sure there's always a dictionary with you, always a dictionary. You need dictionary if you want to really improve, all right, your English. See, you got to have a dictionary next to you. Well, I don't mind a digital dictionary as well, all right? So that's the technology today that we have. Okay, so here you go. The first is hillock, Hillock. So let's number it A, right? And on the other hand, we have uninteresting work. Number B, we have spare. So on the other hand, we have backwards and forwards. Backwards and forwards. And number C, we have course. On the other hand, we have a small hill. Okay, number D, we have to and fro. On the other side, we have besides. Right. Number E, we have apart. On the other side, we have a soft sound. Finally, number F, we have whisper. On the other hand, we have free. All right. So there you go. Get help from the dictionary and match the following. And please do not crisscross. Crisscross means please don't do or match the following like this. Okay. Never do match the following like this. Please don't use this technique. So how are you going to do it? I'm going to help you with number F, that is whisper. All right. So when you do the match the following, so this is how you should be doing it. Like for instance, we have in number F, we had whisper. You look at the dictionary and you'll find that its meaning is use a ruler, draw a straight line, and you write down a soft sound. See, in this way you can do it right in the classroom, or you can do it as a homework. All right, that you certainly can do it. Now again, number B is very simple. Number B says write true or false. Okay, number 1, Juma has brothers and sisters. To do this true and false, or true or false, read the passage time and again. All right, if you have to read it even thrice or 4 times, go for it. Don't hesitate, because the answers lie right in the passage. Brothers, sisters. So is this true or false? You'll have to write it down. Okay. Number 2, there is a temple in the middle of the garden. Now, is this true or false? Number 3, Kumari's house is opposite Juma's. Number 4, Juma is interested in running. Juma is interested in running. Is this true or false? So if it's true, true means you agree this statement. You know, there's a statement that's given here. If it's true means you agree to this statement. But if it's false, then you don't agree to this statement. You're declaring that no, this statement is wrong. So that's what you have to figure it out here. You see whether this statement is right or wrong. Okay. So number 5, we have her school is above her house. Okay. So read the passages. You'll be able to do these questions. Now, of course, look at the last statement. Her school is above her house. See, it says, the passage says, down below her house in a small plain is her school. So see, this is false. So if it's false, just write it down here. False. Don't write F, F-A-L-S-E, false. See, you write like this. This is A, by the way. Okay, now let's move further. Okay, number C. Number C says, read and fill in. This is more like fill in the blanks. So number 1, we have, again, the answer lies right in the passage. Don't forget that. The school is, there's a blank, a river, and there's a big blank. All right. Number 2, Juma's house is peaceful, but her school is. See, Juma's house is peaceful, but her school is. Again, there's a blank. All right. Number 3, there's a blank here, is next to Juma's house. Is next to Juma's house. We move further. Number 5, in her free time, she does, remember free time is spare time, right? To do this, you really have to read the passage. So if you read the passage, and if I'm to go and do number 1, let's say, see, the school is, in the passage you'll find it's written, the school is between, it's right there in the passage. Please read the passage again and again, all right, to write the correct words here, to fill in these blanks with correct word. The school is between a river and a bus stop. So this is how you do it, and read the passage time and again to fill in the blanks. Now, as a homework, you can fill all these blanks, right? Do all these exercises, match the following, write true or false, and fill in the blanks, of course. This you can do it certainly as a homework. Thank you very much, and if you have any queries, feel free to email us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.